We're a collaborative organisation that brings together over 80 businesses, food manufacturers, food retailers, food producers who are interested in advancing human rights both in their own operations and in their supply chains.
Changes that I've seen since I've been chair of the FNET board is that we've moved from going from a start-up mode to a much more mature mode, looking at what are the structures of the organisation and how do we professionalise, because we've been growing in membership numbers and we need to make sure that we can keep doing what we're supposed to be doing.
What I reflect on of 10 years of FNET is the power now of the supplier voice. If I think about when we started and how we started, there was kind of 10 of us. It's now grown to 82, that we can do more together than we can on our own.
We were able to upskill our teams, both in procurement and responsible business. Great source of tools, resources, frameworks, etc. that we've been able to use when we're building our own policies and moving forward on our journey within human rights. By having that collective voice, we're able to understand the problems, mitigate the risks, and then start taking positive action.
FNET gives you so many tools which you can use to turn human rights theory into practical steps, builds a great group of people that you can learn from, and shared learnings in the human rights and ethical trade space, bringing together suppliers and retailers.
We've been a member of FNET since the very start. We've seen it grow from a small organisation coming together of a relatively small group of companies with a similar mindset. There was a focus really on looking at what your supply chain human rights risks are, how to even approach that. This remit's grown, the membership's grown, the kinds of members have grown.
I still remember my first meeting where I went in with quite a bit of trepidation, and actually I came out of that meeting having done actual work and met with people who actually understood the issues that we were going through, the issues within the wider industry. FNET becomes that go-to word. You go, oh, have you spoken to FNET about it? Has anyone at FNET got somebody?
We have done loads of things differently as a result of the FNET membership, like really looked at where our gaps are within some of the human rights space and been able to then collaborate as a business using the FNET resources and some of the tools and techniques. It's really difficult to put into words how much value you get from being a member of FNET. FNET are a really brave organisation and not afraid to tackle some of the really difficult subjects. I really hope that FNET sort of maintain that closeness to some of those really hot topics that, you know, we absolutely can make small steps to make a big difference.
FNET's really invaluable for Sainsbury's. It's part of our human rights due diligence. It helps us identify human rights issues, learn about the best ways to resolve them, and it helps us identify ways that we can work together with other companies to address some of these key challenges. The most important time for FNET lies ahead of us in the future because we've got so many challenges in the global food sector. We've got so much work to do to try and create a resilient, fair food system.
We all know that the circumstances that we're in globally, we've got confrontation, we've got political challenge, we've got war, we've got challenges to worker rights, and we've got a whole load of goodwill in the room of what people want to do. So for the future, I think for FNET, it's when the going gets tough, the tough get going.